Differences with her husband, A. Smith. Laura.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Good. I have some prepared remarks, so I will go for it. On the Thursday, before National No One Eats Alone Day, I boarded a plane for New York City to join in a celebration at a public middle school in Coney Island, Brooklyn. I didn't know what to expect when I arrived. I stood in the back of the cafeteria at PS 253 and I waited. Then it happened. It began with some friendly chatter and then it built into some smoldering excitement. Suddenly, as you just saw, the kids burst into a celebration of inclusion that they created for that special day. I cried. I cried as I videotaped in the back with my little iPhone, and I watched those brilliant children interpret our national program, No One Eats Alone Day, along with the First Lady of New York, Ms. Shirlane McCrae, whom the children had invited to personally receive the gift of their presentation. She and I had a moment with a capital M afterwards. We were both awed and blown away by what we had just witnessed. I'm telling you, I could have just as easily been in Newark, New Jersey, Atlanta, Georgia, Portland, Oregon, Dallas, Texas, or any one of the over 1,100 schools in all 50 United States who did National No One Eats Alone Day. Friends, with your help and support, we're just getting started, so thank you so very much. The open-hearted response we've seen all across the United States tells us that there's a need for this organization, that there's a place for our message. They believe, like we do, that it is a necessity that we end social isolation among middle school children so that they don't grow up to be socially isolated adults who hurt themselves and, God forbid, hurt others. Although we are small, we carry a powerful message that every student in our society should feel accepted, respected, and valued by their peers. And we know how to do a lot with very little, very, very little. Because of your support, all of our materials, all of our overnight retreats, and all of our student leadership programs continue to be offered free of charge. At Beyond Differences, we do not seek to create a new class of victims, but rather to build a new generation of leaders who understand the power of inclusion. The power of change is in the hands of these young leaders. They are the ones who are making the world more inclusive and less afraid of differences every day. And today, it's your turn and my turn to help them. Ace and I are so grateful that you continue to come out and support Beyond Differences. We are still a very young organization, having just celebrated our 6th birthday last month. It is incredible when you think that many of you here joined us for that first Lily celebration at Tennessee Valley in 2010 and took that first hike out to the beach with hearts full of sadness over our loss of Lily Rachel Smith, our beloved daughter, in whose memory and honor we founded Beyond Differences. That day, our hearts were also full of hope that our mission to end social isolation among middle schoolers could be accomplished. And now, just 6 years later, you have not let go of us, and in fact, many of you have brought new friends along for the journey. Today is, coincidentally, Lily's 22nd birthday, and we cherish her life and memory. The courageous leaders in this movement, though, are the teens who stand up in their schools every day, who refuse to run away from differences, who name those differences, who lean into those differences. These teens are putting their own social capital on the line every day to make a difference. It is especially not easy when they see adults on the national stage almost every night doing exactly the opposite of what we're trying to teach them during the day. They're shouting about being afraid of each other and inciting fright. That is not what we're trying to do. We're trying to do the opposite. It seems that kids are doing a better job than adults, though, wouldn't you think? We do know, however, remember that leadership takes many forms, and no one better exemplifies our ideals of turning oneself into a true leader than our honoree today, my good friend, Jonathan Martin. Jonathan is a former Stanford Cardinal, an NFL player, now a private citizen, and national spokesperson for Beyond Differences. Jonathan and I have been having a great time together. We're leading assembly programs from anywhere from 100 to 500 middle school students all in one time. Typically, we've been going out to Oakland Unified, but we hope to be bringing Jonathan to Marin as long as he keeps saying it's okay. We're going to keep him busy. Jonathan is going to share his story with you about why he's working with Beyond Differences, and you'll understand in just a moment why we're honoring him with the first ever Lily Rachel Smith Courageous Heroes Award. But before we do, we wanted to introduce you to perhaps one of the best people suited to telling you about Lily while sharing her own perspective of growing up with Apert syndrome, the same syndrome my daughter Lily had. And that's her childhood friend, Allison Kenny. If you can, look at the screen and see Allison and Lily together when they were little girls playing at the creek at Samuel P. Taylor State Park. Thank you so much for making all this possible, and please give a warm welcome to Allison Kenny.